The Department of Energy just updated its pathway to advanced nuclear commercial liftoff, and here are the highlights. First, they acknowledge that U.S. nuclear capacity has the potential to triple from 100 gigawatts in 2024 to 300 gigawatts by 2050. Recent unprecedented electricity demand growth driven by AI and data centers has dramatically increased interest in nuclear energy. This surge, combined with IRA incentives, has transformed the nuclear landscape from reactor shutdowns in 2022 to life extensions, capacity upgrades, and even reactor restarts starting in 2025. Microsoft, Amazon, and Google are all big tech companies getting into nuclear energy to secure reliable, clean power for data centers. The report also talks about the newly built AP1000 reactors at Vogtle and the improvement that took place between building them. The number of days to complete major milestones was cut substantially from one unit to the next, demonstrating that experience building can rapidly bring down the cost and time required for these projects. That means that the next AP1000 we build will likely come in at an even lower cost. In fact, even if Vogtle is your starting price and you factor in tax credits from the Inflation Reduction Act, as well as the estimated faster construction time, the cost per megawatt hour comes in at less than half of the original Vogtle build, even when adjusting for inflation and current interest rates. Additionally, when nuclear is paired with renewables and storage, it reduces total system costs by 37% compared to using just renewables and storage. This cost reduction occurs because nuclear and other firm sources generate reliably during peak demand when solar and wind cannot operate, eliminating the need for excess generation capacity, storage infrastructure, and transmission, despite having higher per unit costs. So where are we going to build new nuclear? Well, there are a handful of plants that have previously shut down which are now coming back online, such as Palisades, TMI Unit 1, and in July, NextEra's CEO said his company was considering a restart of its 601 megawatt Duane Arnold Energy Center in Iowa. The report also states that existing nuclear sites have capacity to add 60 to 95 gigawatts of new nuclear power. These locations are particularly advantageous as multi-unit plants achieve 30% lower generating costs per megawatt hour compared to single-unit facilities due to economies of scale. Sites with operating or previously operating nuclear plants can get an extra 10% tax credit for building in an energy community on top of the base 30% investment tax credit under the Inflation Reduction Act. Additionally, retired coal plants can be converted to host nuclear power with the potential for another 120 to 170 gigawatts of new nuclear capacity. Not only does replacing coal with nuclear help lower carbon emissions, but it also transitions coal jobs into nuclear jobs and creates additional jobs and tax revenue for the community. This comprehensive analysis demonstrates nuclear power's unique value proposition. Nuclear checks all the boxes: clean carbon-free power, reliable 24/7 delivery, reduced need for new transmission lines, concentrated local economic benefits, and ability to provide direct heat for industrial processes. The Liftoff report clarifies these benefits to decision makers, along with the tax benefits and insights for successful deployment. So with all this potential, when do you think advanced nuclear will lift off, and what barriers need to be overcome?